Hello bachon, this is Mohammad Inatullah from the SAIMEDHA Coaching Center, Koti, Hyderabad. So as you already know that we have started the new video series, a new course of the Max Abhyasam, daily dose. In this daily dose, we have started with the topic functions and limits. So part 1, 2, 3, 4 we have completed. Now we have to continue with the part 5 of the functions and limits. Okay. Now in our last video, we have completed the L hospital rule. So after that L hospital rule, whatever the remaining most expected questions we are having from this topic functions and limits, we'll be discussing in this video. Okay, part 5. Now, if you have seen that videos, if you have seen that whatever the daily dose videos we are having of the functions and limits, in that we have discussed most important questions, and that to previous ECET questions also I have linked with that part, and by seeing the question itself directly we can write the answer. Okay, we can able to write the answer by seeing the question itself, because in our examination we have to attempt the 200 bits. For the 200 bits we are not having 200 minutes also, only 180 minutes is there. Okay, so if you want to attempt all the 200 bits in the 3 hours of time, that is 180 minutes, then for mathematics compulsory you should know some of the time saving results, some of the what are the most important questions we are having from the topic. Okay, if you know that, then only we can manage the time in the examination. Okay, so for that purpose we have launched this new course, Max Abhyasam Daily Dose. Okay, so in this we'll be discussing only most important questions what we are having, and that too by using the time saving results and the shortcuts what we are having for the questions. Okay, so if you have seen the previous videos 1, 2, 3, 4, in that by seeing the question itself we can write the answer. Yes or no? By using the time saving results, by using certain models, we can write the direct answers over there. Okay, so ये तो सिर्फ ट्रेलर है, पिक्चर अभी बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. So in our app SAIMEDHA.in, similar whatever the remaining TSRs we are having, time saving results we are having, important questions we are having, shortcuts we are having for all the topics. For all the topics that will be giving in the SAIMEDHA.in app. Okay, we will be providing in SAIMEDHA.in app. So the students, those who have not started your preparation, and the students those who have not taken the admission in the SAIMEDHA Coaching Center, Koti, Hyderabad. So this is, we are bringing the most exclusive offer for the 2024 students. Okay, ECET 2024 students, that online course, complete full course plus gunshot bits plus previous year questions whatever we are having. Now that too, if you are taking separate concept over here, like mathematics we are having, physics we are having, chemistry we are having, specifically for maths we will be providing 10 grand test, for physics we will be providing 7 grand test, for chemistry we will be providing specific 7 grand test over here. So this maths is separate, physics is separate, chemistry is separate we have taken, then combination of this part will be taking MPC grand test, that will be providing 3 into 100 is equals to 300 bits. Okay, now in engineering also, not only in MPC over here, in engineering as well, subject wise, engineering subject wise grand test, that is 10 into 100, that is 1000 bits will be providing for this part. Okay, now after this engineering subject wise, then we'll be having engineering grand test, combination of all subjects will be there, that is 3 into 100, which is a 300 because. Okay, now after this last, like the ECET examination, mock test, pre-ECET examination, we'll be conducting 9 tests over here. 9 into 200 is equals to 1800 bits. So if you are practicing all these bits, 5800 bits in a very less period of time, now also no need to worry about this part. Okay, we are having the time. Now in this time, if you are utilizing this time properly, what are the bits we are having? 5800 bits. And the next, if you are going with this gunshot bits, what are the previous ECET questions we are having? If you are practicing compulsory within this less period of time, then you will be getting the confidence that you can crack the ECET examination with the good rank over here. Understood? So for this ECET 2024, that online course is available only for 2,900. Okay, and you have to download the app SAIMEDHA.in from the Google Play Store. If you are having if you want any information regarding this, you can contact on these numbers: 9246212138, 9642528589, 9848692598. Okay, now let us continue the topic what we are having over here. Limit extends to 0, sin 4x divided by x we are having. Okay, now in our previous videos also how we have connected the some TSRs I have given you. Similarly over here also, let us take this part. In the previous video already we have discussed this part over here. Now see this one. What is the TSR we are having for this? What is the TSR we are having? Now whenever we are having limit x tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, sin ax divided by x is equals to a. Limit x tends to 0, tan ax divided by x is equals to a. Then similarly, limit x tends to 0, if you are having sin ax divided by sin bx, then it is equals to a by b. Then next, limit x tends to 0, sin ax divided by tan bx, it is equals to a by b. Similarly, we are having limit x tends to 0, tan ax divided by tan bx, it is also equals to what? A by b. Similarly, what we are having, limit x tends to 0, tan ax divided by sin bx, it is equals to what? A by b. Okay, so this part we have taken over here, but can you observe over here which functions we have taken? Sine and tan. What are the functions we have taken? Sine and tan. So for sine and tan only, if you are taking sine ax by x, a, tan ax by x, a, sine ax by sine bx, a by b, tan ax by tan bx, a by b, sine ax by tan bx, a by b, tan ax by sine bx, a by b. Okay, for all this we have tried only the answers, direct answers we can write over here, and it is also applicable to what we can write over here, also applicable to inverse trigonometry. Next we are having it as hyperbolic. Next we are having it as inverse hyperbolic. Okay, means in the place of sin ax by x we are having sin inverse. Okay, or else we are having sin h inverse. So then also we have to apply the same formula over here. Okay, so this is a concept we are having over here. Directly we can give the answers for this part. Okay, now let us go with this. So limit x tends to 0, sin 4x by x. Sin 4x by x means what is the answer? 4. Option number 3 is correct. Now next question, sin inverse of x by x. Sin inverse of x by x means what is a value we are having over here? 1. A value is equals to 1 means option 1 is correct. Okay, now next part, limit x tends to 0, tan inverse of ax by x. What is a value? A itself. So let us go with the second option. Okay, now next question, limit x tends to 0, sin px by tan qx we are having, then what we can write? P by q. P by q means which option? Fourth option. Okay, fourth option is correct. Now next, limit x tends to infinity, x plus sin x by x we are having. Now for this what we are doing means, listen carefully. Now let us see this part, limit x tends to infinity we have taken. Now if I am splitting the denominator, so what we can write if you are splitting the denominator? X by x plus sin x by x. Okay, like this we have taken. Now this x gets cancelled, limit x tends to infinity. Now we are having what? 1 plus sin x by x. What we are having? 1 plus sin x by x we are having. Okay, if you are applying the limit for 1, what is the answer? 1 only. Okay, next, plus limit x tends to infinity, sin x by x. What we have written over here, understand this concept carefully. For all this I have given x tends to 0 only. What I have given? X tends to 0 only. If you are having x tends to 0, then only you can write these answers, a by b, like that you can write the answers. But whenever it is x tends to infinity we are having, for this x tends to infinity, this answer is equals to 0. Okay, what is the answer we are having? 0. Limit x tends to infinity, sin x by x is equals to 0. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equals to 1. Okay, like that we are having. So now what we can write over here? 1 plus 0 is equals to 1. So 1 means let us go with option number 2. Now let us go with the next question. Limit x tends to 0, sin square mx divided by tan square nx we are having. Okay, now for this question what we are doing means, limit x tends to 0. For this also we are having square, this also we are having square over here. So what we can do means, we can write this part as sin mx divided by tan nx, and this part we are writing it as whole square. Okay, like this we have taken whole square. Now if you are applying the limit for this sin mx by tan nx, what will be the answer? M by n. and whole square, what we are having, whole square we have written as it is. Means we are applying the limit only for the function. Whole square will be whole square only, whole cube will be whole cube, whole power 5 will be whole power 5 only. We have to apply only the limit for this function. So what we are getting the answer, m by n whole square. M by n whole square means what we can write, m square by n square. That's it. M square by n square means option number 3 is correct. Now next, limit n tends to infinity. Now let us see these questions what we are having. Okay. Now for this I will be giving you only one formula, one TSR. What is that part means? Listen carefully. Over here, limit n tends to infinity. Limit n tends to infinity. 1 power k plus 2 power k plus 3 power k plus so on up to n power k divided by n power k plus 1 is equals to. What is the meaning of this part? Means whatever the series we are having over here, either we are having power 1, power 2, power 3, power 4, whatever we are having the series in the numerator, in the denominator power should be greater than 1. Suppose if the numerator power is 3, denominator power should be 4. If the numerator power is 5, denominator power should be 6. If the numerator power is 99, denominator power should be 100. Okay, like this concept should be there. If you are having this concept, then directly what we can write the answer means it is equals to 1 by k plus 1. What is the meaning of 1 by k plus 1? 1 by k plus 1 means denominator power we are writing. That's it. Denominator power we have to write. Okay. So this is the TSR we are having. Let us see for this question now. Now over here what we are doing means limit n tends to infinity. As you can see, we are having the same denominator. Same denominator means I am writing as it is. Okay. One time n square. Now what is the numerator we are having over here? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus so on up to n. This is our question. Okay. So just now I have told you what is the numerator power we are having. 1, 1, 1. Numerator power, series power is 1. Then denominator power should be 2. If the numerator power is 3, denominator power should be 4. Okay. So like this. So 1 we are having and the denominator power is 2. Then what we have to write the direct answer? 1 by 2. 1 by, what is the denominator power? 2. That's it. 1 by 2 means option number 2 is correct. Okay. Now let us go with this question now. If you are going with this question, see this part. So we are having this part as limit x tends to infinity. Means we are having 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, like this we are having. But in the denominator, what I have told you, that n what we have taken now. What we have taken, x tends to infinity. X cube means in the denominator we should have x power 4. Okay. Over here what we are having, n we are having now, means in the denominator it should be n square. Similarly x cube means in the denominator it should be x power 4. But we are not having that part. If we are not having that x power 4, let us see this part what we have to do. So we are taking this part as 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus so on up to x cube, and we are having the question as divided by x plus 2 whole power 5. Okay, like this we are having. So what I am doing means divided by x power 4, and over here also divided by x power 4. Okay, this part we have taken. So divided by x power 4 we have taken, divided by x power 4 we have taken over here. Now in this what we are doing means, listen carefully. Now let us convert this complete part over here. If you are converting this, what will happen? Limit x tends to infinity. Limit x tends to infinity. What we are having? 1 cube plus 2 cube. 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. Okay. Next what we are having, plus so on up to x cube divided by x power 4. That division we are converting into multiplication. So it will become what? X power 4. X power 4 divided by x plus 2 whole power 5. Okay, like this we have taken over here. Now next what we can do, now let us apply the limit for this part, as well as we have to apply the limit for this part also. Okay, now listen carefully. Now limit x tends to infinity. If you are applying for this, what will be getting the answer? 1 by 4. Directly we got the answer as 1 by 4. Now whenever we are applying the limit for this part, in our previous video already I have told you, whenever we are having limit x tends to infinity, f of x divided by g of x, it is equals to coefficient of h dt divided by coefficient of HDT. Already we have discussed in our previous video. Okay, means from this complete question we have to find out highest degree term what we are having. Okay, now for this what I have told you means, listen carefully, for this part whenever we are having the under root means what I have told you, we are assuming that under root we have given for the x part. Okay, similarly over here also what we are assuming means x plus 2 whole power 5 now. This whole power 5 means this power 5 we are giving for x and we will be getting the remaining part. Okay, like I will be giving some simple example. X plus 2 whole square we are having. X plus 2 whole square means how we have to expand this? It is looking like a plus b whole square. A plus b whole square means a square plus b square plus 2ab. So a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, like this we are getting over here. But we know a plus b whole square, a plus b whole cube, like that we know. Okay, but a plus b whole power 5 means, if you don't know the formula, then what we have to do? As we are concentrating only on highest degree term, we are concentrating on highest degree term, remaining parts whatever we are having, we are not concentrating over there. Okay, only we are concentrating on highest degree term. So in this part also I have given this x power 5, and whatever the remaining parts we are having now, remaining parts what we are having, we are not concentrating on that part. Okay, now from this complete question, what is the highest degree term we are having? X power 4 or x power 5? X power 5. X power 5 we are having. So what is the coefficient of x power 5 in the numerator? So what we can write over here, 0 divided by, what is the coefficient of x power 5 in denominator? 1. So already we have discussed in our previous video. You can check the maximum number of questions what we have done in our previous video. Then you can get the clear example how to solve this type of questions. Okay, so we have taken this part as x power 5 coefficient 0, x power 5 coefficient 1. So what is the answer we are getting over here? 0. Okay, so the answer is 0 means so option number 1 is correct. Option number 1 is correct. Now next, limit n tends to infinity. So this complete part we have taken over here. Now listen carefully. Already we have discussed, if the numerator power is 99, denominator power is 100. What we can write the answer? 1 by 100. 1 by 100 means option number 4 is correct. Okay. Now next, limit n tends to infinity, 1 plus 2 plus series, 1 square plus 2 square plus series we are having over here. Okay. Now for that 1 plus series, denominator should be n square. Yes or no? And for this series, the denominator should be what? N cube. We are not having the denominator. So let us do one thing over here. What we are doing means, limit n tends to infinity. For this series, 1 plus 2 plus series plus n, what I am doing means into n square and divided by n square. Okay, like this we have taken the assumption. Now divided by, over here also what we are having, 1 square plus 2 square plus so on up to n square. For this series, into n cube divided by n cube. Okay, like this we have taken over here. Now let us apply this concept to what we are having. So this n square gets cancelled, 1 by n is left over here. Limit n tends to infinity, 1 by n is left. Okay, 1 by n is left. Now remaining part what we are having, into, we are having this part as what we can write, 1 plus 2 plus so on up to n divided by n square, then again whole divided by 1 square plus 2 square plus so on up to n square divided by n cube. Okay, like this we are having. Now listen carefully. Now if we are applying the limit, for this part, what is the answer? 1 by 2 divided by, if you are applying the limit for this part, okay, what is the answer? 1 by 3. But if you are applying the limit for this 1 by n, 1 by n is also we are having now. So whenever n tends to infinity means 1 by n tends to 0. N tends to infinity means 1 by n tends to 0. So this 1 by n what we have taken, 0. 0 into this value 3 by 2, it is equals to 0. Okay. So let us go with the fourth option. Fourth option is correct. Now in this question already it has been asked in the ECET examination, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube, numerator power is 3, denominator power is 4, then direct answer what we can write, 1 by 4. Option number 4 is correct. Okay. Now next, limit x tends to 3, x minus 3 divided by mod of x minus 3 we are having. Now this question somewhat we are having related to modulus functions. Already modulus questions are also asked in the ECET examination. Let us see this part. So whenever we are getting this type of modulus questions, we are having some condition for this part. Listen carefully. What we are having, mod f of x. Mod f of x is equals to, we have to take f of x only if f of x is greater than 0. Okay. Next, minus f of x we have to take if f of x is less than 0. Okay, then it is equal to 0 if f of x value is equal to 0. These are the conditions for mod f of x. Listen carefully what we are having. If this complete value, not only x value, if this complete value, mod function what we are having now, for this mod function, what are this complete value we are having, if it is greater than 0, then we have to take f of x. If this complete value is less than 0, then we have to take minus f of x. Okay, like this we are having. And for this type of questions, compulsory we have to solve LHL value and RHL value. Okay, what we have to solve? LHL and RHL. Listen carefully. Now we are having LHL. When the limit is existing means we will be having this part as limit x tends to a minus f of x is equals to limit x tends to a plus f of x. Now listen here. Till now what we have done means we have used all the TSRs, we have used the L-Hospital rule, okay, but we haven't used the conceptual questions over here. Okay, this is a concept we are having. So whenever we are having the limit question and that too modulus function, step function, what we have to do means we have to use this formula. What is the formula? Limit x tends to a minus f of x is equal to limit x tends to a plus f of x. Okay, so this we are calling it as LHL. What we are calling? LHL. And this part we are calling it as what? RHL. LHL value and RHL value. If LHL value is equals to RHL, then we will be calling it as limit is existing. If LHL is not equal to RHL, then we have to say limit doesn't exist. What we have to say? Limit doesn't exist. Now let us see this part. Now first we will be calculating LHL value. If you are going for LHL value now, what is the formula we are having? Limit x tends to a minus f of x is equals to RHL means what we are having? RHL limit x tends to a plus f of x. Okay, so limit x tends to, now what we have to take? A minus a plus actually. Whatever the value is given in the question, limit x tends to 3 is given. 3 means we have to take 3 minus 3 plus. 2 means 2 minus 2 plus. 0 means 0 minus 0 plus. Okay, like this we have to take. So x tends to 3 minus, next limit x tends to 3 plus, 3 minus 3 plus we have taken. Now what is the function we are having over here? See this part, x minus 3 divided by mod of x minus 3. Over here also x minus 3 divided by mod of x minus 3. Okay, this part we have taken. Now what I have told you just now, this complete value, this x minus 3 value, it is greater than 0, then we have to write that complete function as it is. If this complete value, it is less than 0, then we have to write minus of the function. Okay, now listen carefully. Now what is the meaning of this 3 minus and 3 plus over here? 3 minus means somewhat less than 3. 3 minus means it is not minus 3. It is not minus 3. 3 minus means somewhat less than 3. 3 plus means somewhat greater than 3. Okay. Now I am assuming some number over here. 3 minus means let us take it as 2.99. Okay. 3 plus means let us take it as 3.01. Similarly, if you are getting some other numbers like you are getting 5 minus means what you can take? 4.99. 5 plus means what you can take over here? 5.01. Okay, like these numbers you are taking. So over here also 3 minus you have taken. 3 minus means what we are having? No need to substitute directly over there. Only we are assuming over here. Okay, now we have to apply the condition. So what we are doing means 3 minus. 3 minus means what we have taken? 2.99. Now can you tell me 2.99 minus 3? 2.99 minus 3 means we are getting positive number or negative number? 2.99 minus 3 means we will be getting what? A negative number. If you are getting negative number, it will become greater than 0 or less than 0? Less than 0. If it is less than 0, then what we have to write? Minus f of x we have to write. So over here also what we are writing means limit x tends to x minus 3 we have taken divided by, this part we are writing it as minus of x minus 3. Because when we are substituting this 3 minus value over here, it is becoming what? Less than 0. If it is less than 0 means we have to write minus of f of x. Okay. Now after applying that condition, we have applied the condition now. Now no need to take 3 minus, only 3 we have to take over here. After applying the condition, what we have to take? Only 3. So now what is happening? This x minus 3 gets cancelled. What is the final answer? Minus 1. So LHL value is equals to minus 1. Now similarly RHL value let us calculate over here. Now what I have given? 3 plus. What's the meaning of 3 plus? We are having 3.01. So 3.01 minus 3. 3.01 minus 3 means either it is becoming positive number or negative number. Positive number. Positive number means greater than 0 or less than 0? Greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, what we have to take? F of x. So let us write this part as limit x tends to x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. Same function we have to take. And over here 3 plus means no need to write 3 plus, only 3 we have to write, because we have already applied the condition. Okay, so whenever we are applying the condition already, no need to write 3 minus 3 plus, directly numbers we have to write. Okay, now in this what we are getting, x minus 3 gets cancelled, it is equals to what? 1. So LHL value is equals to minus 1, RHL value is equals to 1. So what we are getting over here, therefore LHL, it is not equal to RHL. If LHL is not equal to RHL, what we have to write? Limit doesn't exist. Limit doesn't exist. Okay, so let us go with the fourth option over here, doesn't exist. Now next part, limit x tends to 0, 3x plus mod x divided by 7x minus 5 mod x we are having over here. Okay, now let us see this question. So in this part also, just now we have taken LHL value. LHL means what we are having, limit x tends to 0 minus 0 is given, 0 minus, what is RHL we are having now? RHL means what? Limit x tends to 0 plus 0 minus 0 plus. 0 minus means what we are having, the function 3x plus mod x divided by 7x minus 5 mod x. Okay, over here also we are having same function 3x plus mod x divided by 7x minus 5 mod x. Okay, now we have to apply this condition. Now this only mod function we are seeing, we are not seeing the remaining x variable. Okay, only mod. So mod x we are having, this x value, this complete value x, it is 0 minus. 0 minus means somewhat less than 0. If it is less than 0, no, somewhat less than 0 means it is becoming obviously less than 0. What we have to take now, according to that concept, less than 0, we have to take a minus f of x. Okay, this part, less than 0 means what we are taking? Minus f of x. So let us write this part as limit 3x, this part we are writing it as minus x divided by 7x. Again this part also we are writing it as minus x. So minus into minus plus, okay, plus 5x, like this we have taken. And limit x tends to 0. No need to write 0 minus again, because what I have told you, after applying the condition, no need to write 0 minus 0 plus. Okay, now in this part, limit over here, now you are taking 0 plus, this x value, it is 0 plus. 0 plus means what we are having, somewhat greater than 0. If this value is greater than 0, then what we have to write? F of x only. So let us write this part as 3x plus x divided by 7x minus 5x, and limit x tends to 0. Okay, 0 minus we have removed, 0 plus we have removed. Now let us simplify this part. So it is equals to, how much we are getting over here? 3x minus x. Limit x tends to 0. 3x minus x means what? 2x divided by 7 plus 5 is equals to 12x. X gets cancelled. 2 1s are 2 6s are, it is equals to 1 by 6. Okay, now similarly over here, limit x tends to 0. 3x plus x means what? 4x divided by 7 minus 5 means what? 2x. X gets cancelled. 2 1s are 2 2s are, is equals to 2. Okay, means we are getting some different answers over here. LHL value is equals to 1 by 6 we are getting. RHL value is equals to we are getting it as 2. So LHL is not equal to RHL. LHL is not equal to RHL. Then what we can say? Limit doesn't exist. Okay, now next question, limit x tends to infinity, 3x square plus 1 mod we are having divided by 2x square plus 1 we are having. Okay, now in this part, listen carefully. In this part also what we are doing, limit x tends to infinity we are having now. Now 0 means we have taken 0 minus 0 plus, 3 means we have taken 3 minus 3 plus, 5 means we have taken 5 minus 5 plus. Similarly infinity means what we have to take? Infinity minus infinity plus. Limit x tends to infinity minus infinity plus. Okay, now what's the function we are having over here? Mod 3x square plus 1 divided by 2x square plus 1. Similarly mod 3x square plus 1 divided by 2x square plus 1. Okay, like this we have taken over here. Now in this what we are doing means, listen carefully, just now I have told you 0 minus means it is becoming less than 0. Okay, 0 plus means it is becoming greater than 0, like this we have taken. Now what is the meaning of infinity minus actually? Listen carefully. So this is 0 we have taken, 1 2 3 4 so on up to infinity we are having over here. Okay, so this is -1, this is -2, like this we have taken. What is the meaning of infinity minus? Infinity minus means it is not minus infinity. Infinity minus means it is somewhat less than 0. It is a somewhat less than 0. If you are taking somewhat less than 0 and if you are taking somewhat greater, somewhat less than infinity, infinity minus means what we are having? Somewhat less than infinity, somewhat greater than infinity. If you are taking these two conditions, somewhat less than infinity, somewhat greater than infinity, it will be greater than 0 only now. Yes or no? Because we are getting on the positive line, positive numbers we are having. Positive numbers means it will be greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then what we have tried to limit x tends to infinity. Limit x tends to infinity. This part we have tried f of x only, because already we have discussed greater than 0 means f of x, less than 0 means minus f of x, but we are getting greater than 0. Greater than 0 means we have tried 3x square plus 1 divided by 2x square plus 1. Similarly, next part over here also, limit x tends to infinity. Again this part will become what? This is also greater than 0. So we are writing this part as 3x square plus 1 divided by 2x square plus 1. Okay, like this we have taken. By using the modulus function condition, we have applied this. Now, just now we have discussed one TSR, limit x tends to infinity f of x by g of x means coefficient of highest degree term by coefficient of highest degree term. So we are having infinity. Now from this complete question, what is the highest degree term we are having? X square. For that x square, what is the coefficient we are having in numerator? 3, denominator 2. Answer is what? 3 by 2. So LHL value is equal to 3 by 2, RHL value is also equal to what? 3 by 2. So if LHL is equal to RHL, now what we are having over here? Therefore LHL value is equal to RHL. Then what we can go with this part? 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means option 1 is correct. Now let us go with the next question. Limit x tends to 1 minus x square minus 1 divided by mod of x minus 1 we are having. Okay, in this 1 minus is already given in the question. Already given in the question means we have to solve only LHL. Minus means LHL, plus means RHL. Okay, a minus a plus, 1 minus 1 plus, 0 minus 0 plus. Okay, now in this also if you are calculating the only LHL value, what we are having, limit x tends to 1 minus x square minus 1 divided by mod x minus 1. Okay, like this we have taken. We can get LHL value different, RHL value different also. LHL is different, RHL is different means we have to select limit doesn't exist, but it is asking only LHL value over here. Only LHL value means what we can say now. See this part, 1 minus. What's the meaning of 1 minus we are having? Somewhat less than 1. 1 minus means we can take 0.99. Okay, so if you are taking 0.1 minus, 1 minus means we can take 0.99. Okay, so 0.99 minus 1. 0.99 minus 1 means what we can do over here, it will become negative number. Yes or no? 0.99 minus 1 means it will become negative number. If it is negative number means what we have to take? Less than 0. If it is less than 0, then how we have tried this modulus part as limit x tends to 1, x square minus 1 divided by minus of x minus 1. Minus f of x now, because if this complete part it is becoming less than 0, negative part it is becoming less than 0, so we have tried minus of f of x. Okay, and this 1 minus we have written only 1 over here. Now limit x tends to 1, a square minus b square means what we can write, a plus b into a minus b divided by x minus 1 minus this part gets cancelled. Okay, so it is equals, if you are substituting the x value as 1 plus 1 2 means minus 2 is the answer. Minus 2 means what? Option number 4 is correct. Okay, so this type of modulus questions is also asking in the examination. You have to practice these questions also. Now limit x tends to 2 plus x of mod x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 is given. Now for this same concept, 2 plus is given. Now we have to find out only RHL value. RHL value means what we are having, limit x tends to 2 plus x mod x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. Now what is the meaning of 2 plus? We are having 2.01. If you are taking 2.01 minus 2 means positive number or negative number? Positive number. For positive number, greater than 0, less than 0, greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, then what we have tried? Limit x tends to 2, we have tried only f of x means x minus 2 divided by what we are having, x minus 2. X minus 2 gets cancelled. What is x value we are having? 2, that's it. Okay, 2 means let us go with option number 3. Now next, if f of x is equals to x into sine 1 by x we are having. Now for this type of questions we are having certain conditions over here. See this part. What are the conditions we are having means, listen it. Directly we have to remember this. Limit x tends to 0. If you are having only 1 by x, then limits doesn't exist. Directly we can remember this TSRs over here. Okay. Now next part. If you are having limit x tends to 0, sine 1 by x. Sine 1 by x. Again what we have tried to limit doesn't exist. Okay, limit doesn't exist. Now similarly, limit x tends to 0, x into sine 1 by x, it is equals to 0. Okay, whenever we are multiplying this sine 1 by x with x, if you are multiplying with x, then 0 into some value, we are taking it as what? 0. Okay, so this is a condition we have to remember compulsory. Similarly for cos also we are having same. Limit x tends to 0, cos 1 by x, limit doesn't exist. Limit x tends to 0, x into cos 1 by x, then again it will be what? 0 only. Okay, same sine and cos we are having same over here. Now next, one more part we are having it as limit x tends to infinity. Just now I have told you sin x by x or else cos x by x, it is equals to 0. Okay, in the starting questions we have done this part. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equals to a. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is equals to a, tan x by x is equals to a, sin x by sin b x is equals to a by b, tan x by tan b x is equals to a by b, sin x by tan b x is equals to a by b, tan x by sin b x is equals to a by b. That is correct. But if you are having limit x tends to infinity, sin x by cos x or cos x by sin x, then answer will be equals to what? 0. Okay. Now similarly, if you are having limit x tends to infinity, e power x. Okay, e power x we have taken. So e power x means infinity. Next, similarly, limit x tends to infinity, e power minus x means e power minus infinity, it is equals to 0. Okay, so these are some of the direct answers we are having over here. Directly we can remember. Now what is given over here? Limit x tends to 0, f of x. What is f of x? We are having x into sine 1 by x. So just now I have given x into sine 1 by x means answer will be what? 0. If you are having only sine 1 by x means what is the answer? Limit doesn't exist. So let us go with the option number 2 over here. Now next question, limit x tends to 0, x square into sine 1 by x divided by sine x we are having. Now let us see this question somewhat clearly. Limit x tends to 0. Now I am taking this x square, now x only I have taken over here, x into, okay. Now x divided by sine x, okay. Next into sine of 1 by x, okay, like this we have taken over here. Now what we are doing means, just now we have taken this part, limit x tends to 0, x into sine 1 by x into x divided by sine x. Okay, for this just now we have written limit x tends to 0, x into sine 1 by x means what is the answer? 0. Okay, into x by sine x what we are having. Now listen carefully. As we are having the formula, limit x tends to 0, sine a x divided by x is equals to a. Limit x tends to 0, sine x by x. Sine x by x means what is a value? 1. Okay, a value is 1. Now if you are doing reciprocal of that, sine x by x is equals to 1. But if you are doing reciprocal means what will happen? X by sine x. X by sine x means over here also what we have to do? Reciprocal. 1 by 1 means what? 1. So limit x tends to 0. Sin x by x is equals to 1, x by sin x is equals to 1, x by sin x is equals to 1, 0 into 1 is equals to 0, okay. So this type of questions we are having over here, very logically we can use the TSRs, tricks, whatever we are having, what I have told you in these videos we can use for all the questions and we will be getting the easiest answer. Okay, so this was the questions related to some other than L hospital rule, whatever the modulus functions questions we are having or other TSRs we are having, we have completed in this video. Okay, now again I want to remind you that SAIMEDHA Coaching Center Koti Hyderabad is giving you the excellent offer, the exclusive offer that is only for ECET 2024 students. Okay, so that complete online course we are having, plus gunshot bits, previous ECET questions, whatever we are having, all this will be available in the app SAIMEDHA.in. So download this app fast, SAIMEDHA.in, and whatever we are providing apart from that video lectures, apart from that practice sets, self test, whatever we are having, then gunshot bits, what are the remaining tests we are providing over here means mathematics separate 10 grand test will be placing. Okay, similarly physics grand test will be placing, chemistry grand test will be placing over here, specific mathematics, specific physics, specific chemistry after this part, then subject wise engineering grand test also will be placing. Okay, after this part is completed means MPC combination, all subjects combination, then later on like how will be the ECET examination will be going to write, that type of mock test pre-ECET examinations will be conducting over here. Okay, so we'll be providing all this number of bits. If you are saying this part 5800 bits, 5800 bits plus if you are practicing this gunshot bits, what will be providing in the SAIMEDHA.in app, plus if you are going through this previous ECET questions what you are having, compulsory you will be getting the confidence level that you can crack the ECET examination with the good marks, good rank over here. Understood? So don't waste your time, hurry up. We are providing this, we are giving this offer for the limited period, that is 2900 only. If you want any information regarding this, you can contact on this given numbers 9246212138, 9642528589, 9848692598. Please share this video with your friends in your groups, social media. Thank you very much.